Hello again, loves. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome to day 14 of May I Scraplift You. It is also Miranda Weber's monthly Shape Hop, and we're working with ovals today. I kind of fubbed, and for some reason in my head this was an oval, and it is until you get smaller and smaller, and then it kind of leaves the oval shape and kind of gets more oblong. But I decided that that's what I was using, and I had already committed to it, and then after I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't really know if those would be ovalish enough. But we're going with it because the layout's done. So it is, like I said, May I Scraplift You. I'm using the Scrapbooking Coach's sketchbook. I am not affiliated with this company at all. I just really recommend if you like sketches, and the books are not that expensive, and I like to have, I don't like to look online and then find a sketch and then have to use my phone. I like paper. I'm a planner girl. I like paper. I like pins. I'm a scrapbooker. I like paper. All right, so we're going to 49. All right, and it was sketch number 3. So 1, 2, 3, I've got my tick mark. It did have 3 photos, which is what I kind of go with. I see how many photos I have. These are very generic, so you can interpret them any way you want. It had 3 photos, a title, and then it had these arrows, which I was like, hey, I could just cut the ovals in half and create that same illusion, which I did. I've got my 2 photos here, like in the sketch, and then 1 up there, plus this band. So this is one of the scrap room kits, and I just used a colored cardstock background that came with the kits. I am really trying to get through some stash so that I can rejoin the scrap room. Because I absolutely love and adore getting a smattering of all kinds of collections every month, and I am still going through them and using them, and I don't get just one layout. I get 3 or 4 layouts out of each one. I know that's insane for the amount that they give you, because it's really only supposed to be like a page or 2, but as you can see, I usually get more because I can incorporate stash items and all kinds of stuff. So I'm also a member of what is the name of that company? Whoa. Color Cast Designs. And I get a monthly box, and I am getting a stash of these, and that is not the goal. The goal is to use. So I wanted to use one of these acrylic titles for this. Does it make sense with the thing? No, but it was fall, so it's fine. So to go over this a little bit here, I do think I want to bring in this mustardy color. Do we have anything that's a mustardy color? Wow. I feel like I should. I know there's a cheddar, but I don't think I can get that one open. Yeah, I was pretty sure I've got this, but I don't. I need my husband. That's why there's no color on the top. I couldn't get it open. And there's still plenty of material in there. What if we look at our Brutus Monroe? We do have cider and gourd guts. Those might actually work to do some splatters, because I was trying to bring in a bit of yellow-ish. So I did start with this one piece back here, and then I used that same sheet to do my photo mats and the half ovals. So I'm going to have to put this on the mixer, you guys. So bear with that sound. If it's not set correctly on my desk, it does make that weird little so it is just like I think it was a $20, $16 to $20 one from Amazon, and it works heavenly for the amount that I paid for it. But I did put that on there, and then I tucked in just I cut this little piece. It was just like a random piece I had sitting. I cut it in half, put it there and there. I've got the 3 half ovals down there, and then 1 sitting up here. So let's just, I forgot, Brutus Monroe has like the longest nozzles. And this is just from when we went to New Orleans to see the Saints game. It was one of those impromptu trips. I felt bad because I went a lot of places last year and my husband did not. So I added a few impromptu trips. Alright, so that is fun. And then we'll get this one on here as well. So I don't know if it's the same color. A little different in the color tone. A little darker, a little darker. And then we'll just come down here. I'm trying not to splatter on my sweatshirt because I got it when we went to NASA at Kennedy Space Center. Alright, so we've got some fun splattering. Let me just wipe this up a little bit. Okay. And then I always have to come in. Whoa, it's very lopsided. Alright, dry that off. Alright, so that does actually kind of make it a little better for me. So starting here, I've got the cluster, like I said, I cut that in half and then kind of popped it over. This was just a shorter tag that I split and tucked under to make that little chipboard tag go longer. Also haven't been using flare, getting quite a collection of those. So I popped those on. We've got the hello, happy, treasure this moment, and imagine in this little cluster chipboard butterfly to hide the tag hole. I've got the falling leaves on there because it was fall, right? And then we've popped in some of those green pearls with happy fall here. Up here I've just got a ticket that it was two stuck together. I cut them in half and stuck one there and one there. We've got high five. That's my favorite player. It's Tayson Hill. We got the chipboard butterfly and some more of those fun little pearls. And then over here, I've popped this one up on some foam. You are awesome. Yes, for you. This was from Color Rush Studio, one of those little bits and pieces that they put in all her kits. Oh my god, that is the best kit club ever. Because you get so much. And I'm a member of the design team. These are all popped up on foam. And I flipped this one up here since it was going landscape, not portrait. And I had the two different green stripes and then the khaki beigey color for those. I wanted to kind of bring it all together, right? And really, I had fun. So I know I didn't use the rules of 3, but that's okay because I was really, really liking it. And we've got the ovals on there and everything was super fun. And you know, we could also come in and let's take this green Stadler and just I haven't done a sketchy border in a while, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't know if you guys notice, I do these layouts when my husband, like I was up. I couldn't go to sleep last night, and my husband was snoozing on the couch. Because wherever he falls asleep is where we leave him. He doesn't like, I snore. He's not a big fan of sleeping in the same room as me. Plus I need my dogs and there's not enough room. I do have a CPAP, so I don't know. We were single for so long. We're not a fan of sharing. It works for us. Don't judge. So I kind of do the layouts while I'm just sitting in here being quiet. And then when I see it with you guys, I'm like, oh, I could do this and I could do that. And I do like little finishing touches. So it works. Plus, I'm still in April currently. As I'm filming this, it is April 27th. I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see the screen. And I know that we're on May 14th, but May is super busy for me. I have a international work trip that I will be going on. I have a girls trip that I will be going on. And then June, I have a girls trip, probably another international work trip. July, cruise to Alaska, possibly another international work trip. I am just really trying to get ahead at this point to make sure that the only thing that I'll have a deadline on is my design team. And I have actually, if you've noticed, backed out of all but one just because I love that kit club. And it was kind of a bucket list for me to make that design team. But the rest of them, I was just like, I love you guys. I love working with you. I just don't have the time. And that's where we're at. Plus, I got a lot of stuff in my room already. I don't need all the free stuff coming in, which is not free. It's payment for being on the design team. So, but it then becomes work, right? And I don't want work. Maybe we'll go with a brown too. What do you guys think? A green and a brown, just to kind of tie that all together. This is very textured. This is basil texture cardstock. So we gotta just be careful at how we are getting that done. Probably should go slower. And just kind of... Also, some of my Staedtlers, these are very, 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 very old. So they are drying up. And that's okay. I'm not upset about it. I have used them a lot. So we're just gonna do 2 sketchy lines in 2 different colors. I am using that flare to spin. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I thought about doing it once before. And I just hold my wrist straight and pull my arm. So once they fully die, I get rid of them. But all right, so I have just talked and talked and talked, but I am loving the way that it looks. I like having the flare. We've got circle elements as well as square elements as well as rectangle, and then you've got my ovals. And I like that I'm remembering to use these. They're sitting like right there. I just need to, but they're behind like my TV and stuff. Like I just use my iPad. So anyway, don't forget to check everybody else out that's playing along with the Shape Pop playlist down below, and may I scrap lift you. And I will see you guys later with another video. Bye.